After many years of hiatus when it comes to e-ink smartphones and multiple manufacturers trying their hand at it and failing, Bigme has come to the races with seemingly the be-all end-all of e-paper phones. Yes, a phone, not a small mini e-reader like an ink palm or an O-book. This is an actual cellular phone, and this is called the HiBreak. We're going to crack this open as we are eagerly awaiting to see what lies beneath. This is extremely exciting. We haven't seen a phone take the helm from Hisense ever. There have been a few examples like the Docomo phone, the Light phone, and those guys just did not stand up to it. They were not true smartphones, they were more just cellular phones. This one is an actual smartphone with 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs onboard storage, and an interesting inheriting classics breaking through limits slogan. So let's crack this open. The cardstock is very thick and it is a canvas style, and you also have a very thick piece of foam on the inside as well because the screens face up. Let us just put this off to the side just a second because they sent us this accessory package as well. I cannot verify whether this is 100% included at any given time, but it looks like you have a screen protector, hopefully matte, and it has a little package in here. This is going to have all of the ingredients to help you apply it. So this is going to be the 2-stage wet and dry and the smoothing card where you smooth the screen protector on there. We will apply this before the review. Now we have, it looks like we have a prominent camera bump there, so that's really nice. And look at this, a nicely hidden little SIM card removal. And you know what I noticed? There's no USB cable. And it's not under the foam. In fact, that's a very low pile, so it can't be under there. It looks like they've gone the way of Apple to a certain degree and not given you a USB cable. Luckily, USB cables are dime a dozen, so don't worry too much about that. You have the HiBreak user manual here in a few languages, should be English and Chinese. It goes over just the use cases and how to transfer data and stuff like that, and it goes over what everything is. So customizable button, that's basically taking a page out of the book of Hisense. You have a front screen, and this is the color variant, of course. We have LED flash, rear 13 megapixel camera, and let's look at the unit itself. There we go. So yes, much like the Ink Palm and a bunch of other manufacturers from China, it is completely gloss, which is what I'm assuming this counteracts with their, it's a 2-piece actually, I didn't spread those open. So this should be a matte screen protector once we put it on there. We'll show you before and after, but this glass screen has to go because there's really no place for it in this day and age. So the screen protector they give you is critical because this is what it looks like before. You can see an extreme amount of reflectivity because it is gloss, mirror gloss. So once we put this on, we'll show you an after. Once you have the screen protector on, you will see that this part is gloss because you have to take off the top layer. After you do so, the light gets nearly 100% diffused. So take this off, dispose of that, and now you have a matte screen, which is very nice. Now you'll see these little bubbles. You can smooth those out and they will go away over time as your fingers interact with it and the phone heats up and cools down respectively, so don't worry about seeing those bubbles. Now you have USB on the bottom with some microphones. You have the e-ink button. You also have a SIM card, SD card right here, so you can take that out and you will have your SD card and SIM card capabilities in there. The top is completely clean and the side has a power button, volume up and down, and you have a earpiece here. Now this is very important. There's no speaker on this phone. Much like an A5, this has no external audio in the traditional sense, in which case they have a microphone, a earpiece, and then like some speakers at the bottom or the sides. This one doesn't have one, so what happens is everything gets shared in the same speaker pack up top. You have to be very careful because if your call volume is the same as your media volume, when you're on a call or you have this on your ear listening to a voice clip or something and you get a notification, you could have a blaringly loud piece of media play in your ear while your ear is pressed up against it. So please mitigate it by changing your media volume and your call volume respectively. You have a front-facing camera and a rear-facing camera with a flash package. The back is this very nice classy leather looking plastic. It is just plastic, but man is that beautifully textured, and you have a nice shiny Bigme logo right in the middle. Since the A7cc, this is the first time we've had a color smartphone that pretty much it actually. This is the only one that has ever existed, and this one is fully loaded with everything you would need: Google Play Store, ChatGPT, of course the top drop down that gives you everything you're going to need on this unit. This is changing the game, and the fact that it's not expensive either. This is going to be one of the units that will go down in the history of e-readers, e-paper, because no one else has actually come to the races with one of these. There's been companies as big as Docomo, Kyocera, Onyx has had prototypes in the field. Only Hisense has done this, and outside of Hisense, only Bigme thus far. This is everything that comes in the box with the brand new HiBreak by Bigme. Stay tuned for the full review.